Okay, this is part 3 of writing tip videos, passing. So this is what I like to do is learn what the people in front of you are doing. It's really useful if you GoPro and you can watch its back or somebody films some of your stuff. For example, if somebody is going inside all the corners, that's just their line, they're taking inside. If they're slowing down in between transitions and jumps, they're going to be a little bit slower there. You can make up time. If they're not jumping sections, you might be able to make up time that way. If they're braking too early going into corners, you can make up a lot of time there. Just go a little bit deeper in that corner, a little bit faster, brake a little harder, you might be able to get them. If they're taking the inside to all the corners, you're going to have to kind of get that rear tire into that berm and let it eat around that corner with a little more speed, and maybe you can get around them that way. Because if they watered the track and it's blue grooved like they always are, it's going to be a little slick on that inside because there's no traction. So you can use those to your advantage, and if you know what those people are doing, if there's braking bumps really bad into the inside of the corner, he could hit those, throw his balance off, it's going to slow him down a little bit. Where if you're on the outside and it's a little bit smoother, maybe you can carry a little bit more momentum and pass him that way. And I like to do that by I like to follow people. You can do it in practice. Like if you're practicing with people that you're racing with, follow them and watch them, study them. Like that's going to give you that mental edge that you're like, oh, well, I can catch them in these sections because what they're not doing. They're not accelerating in between jumps. They're just kind of coasting through, and you can drive through those jumps and get a little more speed by braking at the top of them a little bit to not overshoot them. You can make a lot of time up that way. Coming through the corner speed is super. You can gain a ton of speed through good corner speed. So I like to follow, and on that aspect, if you're following when you're racing, it can be an advantage. I know a lot of people say, well, they'd rather get out front. I'd rather follow you. We run a little bit longer motos, but it gives you that advantage of the mental side. One, I'm studying every move you make. I'm learning exactly where your lines are, and if there is a line where I can pass you, then that's what I'm setting up for. It might take me 1 or 2 laps to set that up, but I'm watching, I'm studying, I'm learning exactly where your lines are. Every inch. That's what I'm doing. And the other aspect on that is, I'm behind you and I'm going to break you down. It's a mental game. If you can be out front and just hit your lines and not worry about the people behind you, that's ideal. But most people, you give them a little panic rev, show them a tire or two, they know you're there. It's gonna get in their head. 100% probably due to myself. If I was out front, I panic, or you look behind you, which is not good. You just have to, if you're out front and you're dealing with that, you just focus. I've covered that before in one of my other videos, but for the mental game, being behind somebody, you're studying their lines, they know you're there, you're going to break them down. Now, if it's a 4-lapper, you're going to have to make a move fairly quick. So within that first 2 laps, you got to know where you're going. That again, that is a key thing to see how the track is developed before you go out, before your moto. Water in the track, braking bumps, all these things. If you can see the track in fairly good spots, you want to look at those. So then you can maybe have a line picked out before you even get out there. Those are my tips, and I'm going to show you some more videos after this of some Albany rounds where I got a little better drive on the outside because they were breaking early. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I got a good video of the time that it didn't work out. I got a pass on, but then I tried to go wide to block Dan's because he went wide, and I got blocked on the inside, which was a phenomenal pass on Kyle Rogers. Awesome pass. That was my mistake. I should have went inside, but I was trying to get 2 for 1. But those are really key things. Again, if they slow down, get a little bit of drive. But anyway, check out these videos. Let me know if these are helpful in any way, and thanks for watching.